In the quiet suburbs, where every neatly trimmed lawn seemed to whisper secrets, there stood a house that exuded an aura of mystery. Its windows were perpetually shrouded in darkness, its paint peeling like old memories fading away. It was the house next door, and its secrets were about to become mine. I had always been curious about the occupants of that ominous abode, but my curiosity was tempered by a healthy dose of apprehension. Perhaps it was the way the shadows seemed to linger a little longer around its edges, or the eerie silence that enveloped it like a cloak. Whatever the reason, I found myself drawn to it, unable to resist the pull of the unknown. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the street lamps flickered to life like stars in the twilight sky, I decided to satisfy my curiosity once and for all. With hesitant steps, I approached the house next door, my heart pounding in anticipation of what I might find. The front gate creaked open with a protest, as if warning me to turn back before it was too late. Ignoring the ominous sound, I made my way up the overgrown path to the front door. With trembling fingers, I reached out and rapped my knuckles against the weathered wood, the sound echoing through the silent night like a drumbeat of foreboding. To my surprise, the door swung open with a soft groan, revealing a dimly lit interior cloaked in shadows. A chill ran down my spine as I stepped across the threshold, my senses on high alert for any sign of danger. The air inside was heavy with the scent of dust and decay, mingling with the faintest hint of something else, something darker. I hesitated for a moment, my instincts urging me to flee, but my curiosity held me captive, driving me deeper into the heart of the house. As I ventured further into the gloom, I became aware of a faint sound echoing through the halls, like the distant whisper of voices carried on the wind. My pulse quickened with a mixture of fear and excitement as I followed the sound to its source. Finally, I found myself standing outside a closed door at the end of a long hallway, the voices growing louder with each passing moment. With a trembling hand, I reached out and turned the knob, the door creaking open to reveal a scene straight out of my worst nightmares. Before me lay a room bathed in flickering candlelight, its walls adorned with strange symbols and grotesque paintings. In the center of the room stood a figure draped in shadow, their features obscured by darkness. I opened my mouth to speak, but before I could utter a word, the figure turned to face me with eyes that burned like coals in the night. In that moment, I felt a wave of terror wash over me, threatening to consume me whole. But then, to my surprise, the figure spoke, their voice a low, melodic whisper that sent shivers down my spine. They beckoned me closer, their words coaxing me forward like a moth drawn to a flame. As I stepped into the room, I felt a strange sense of peace wash over me, as if I had finally found where I belonged. The figure smiled, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth, and extended a hand to me in greeting. And in that moment, I knew that my encounter with the creepy neighbor next door was only just beginning. But instead of feeling fear, I felt a strange sense of excitement, as if I had stumbled upon a long-lost friend in the darkness. As the candles flickered and danced around us, casting strange shadows on the walls, I knew that my life would never be the same again. For in the house next door, I had found something far more precious than I could have ever imagined, a connection to the unknown and the promise of adventures yet to come.